Hey guys, LuckyHD here, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about Loomian Legacy's most strange Loomian, and that is Pharoglyph and Pyramide. The entire evolution is really weird, and honestly, might be part of the story. We don't really know yet. We're going to be looking at that and more in today's video. If you guys do enjoy this video, make sure you get on there, like and subscribe, and let's get straight into the video. Alright, so if we're going to start anywhere, we have to start with their Dex entries, and now we go over to Pharoglyph's and Pyramide's entries, and Pyramide says, records of this Loomian can be found in old hieroglyphs found throughout Auroria. They are said to appear only to those with strong and virtuous wills. And of course, Pyramide is the Pyramid Loomian, and I don't know, this is just very interesting. You know, it only appears to those with strong and virtuous wills. I know a lot of you guys say that Pyramide isn't a roaming, but if that doesn't sound like the text of something that, you know, is a roaming, I don't know what is. And the whole thing is, you know, it's just, you know, I mean, listen, roamings, it kind of sort of is a roaming. I know it's not, you know, technically a roaming, but, you know, it is a 1 out of 300 chance. It is pretty rare, and it's not, you know, just a normal Loomian that you can find in, you know, like the grass and stuff. It's a rare encounter that you can find anywhere. You know, hence, I guess, the term roaming, in my opinion. But let's just look at the Pharoglyphs now. Pharoglyphs does say right here that these Loomian used to serve the rulers of old Auroria, or so it is believed. Only one set of hieroglyphs remain, which depicts the role of this ancient being. And now, yes, that is actually true. Pharoglyph and Pyramide do have their own language. If I bring out a Pharoglyph right here, it's really easy to see on Pharoglyph. As you can see, I'll go over it in the dark light. Or actually, I might have to go into the light over here. Yeah, as you can see, there's like these little, I don't know, like symbols on it, right? There's all of these symbols all over it, and they actually do mean something, and I'll put the entire alphabet up on screen right now, but Pyramide and Pharoglyph do have their own entire alphabet, and in my opinion, listen, in my opinion, kind of looks a little bit similar to at the start of the game, you know, when we had the corrupt stone that exploded, and then all of that stuff came out of there, and, you know, of course, it had symbols on it as well, but that might be a little bit of a stretch, but that's what I think about those. Another thing that I find really weird about Pharoglyph and Pyramide is that their kind of central, you know, head is right in their torso. As you can see right here, the Z's are coming out of it whenever it does sleep. Now, of course, this thing doesn't have eyes, so where else is it gonna blink? But you would assume that this right here would be its head, but actually, this is its head. If you guys really just do not believe me, inside of the battle, whenever you go into a battle inside of, you know, Loomian Legacy, whenever the camera kind of zooms up on Pharoglyph, it kind of just like zooms into its torso instead. It's really weird. I'll show you what I mean with this. Alright, so the camera is starting to pan, and as you can see right here, it is about to pan right into Pharoglyph, and yeah, look, right there, it literally just pans right into its torso. And normally with other Loomians, as you can see, it kind of goes for like the head and stuff, but with this, it's a torso shot. It really just makes no sense. And with obviously, you know, Pharoglyph having these kind of rib cage like, I don't know, what would you say? Like this little kind of rib cage surrounding this gem right here. It really makes you think that there is something, I guess, more going on to Pharoglyph right here. Again, you know, with, I guess, what is this? Like a little glass structure, again, protecting whatever is inside of here. And I've been hearing a lot of theories that actually do say that Pharoglyph, you know, the head and, you know, all of this stuff is actually a refined soul crystal. And I think that that is an amazing theory, and honestly, I believe it as well. I definitely think that, you know, Pharoglyph's head and everything, all these little kind of gems and stuff, are refined soul crystals. And, you know, again, soul crystals come in, you know, many different colors, many different shapes and sizes. So I definitely would think that, you know, it would not be that much of a stretch to say that they are, you know, exactly soul crystals inside of here. Now I'm gonna throw in something right here. The soul crystals actually did power Protagon. It gave life to a completely new Loomian with the power of course, soul crystals. And, you know, if you go up to the lab inside of Pollucorp as well, you know, they kind of mention sometimes that, you know, they're using soul crystals to figure out, you know, a Loomian's like true power and stuff. I'm saying, you know, mega evolution right there, but think of it, right? Obviously, ancient rulers and stuff, and obviously ancient civilizations had the technology, and we're starting to figure out something, you know, in regards to Loomians in general, right? They obviously had primitive Lumi discs. You know, you can look at something like the archaic disc. You can look at something like, I don't know, even Void Stones. Maybe Void Stones were the original Lumi discs, right? Now, what if, right? What if these Egyptian rulers found a way to get their hands on some of this soul crystal? You know, maybe they didn't exactly know what it was for back then, but they knew it was powerful. And they included it in something, just, you know, like a little piece of stone, basically. They carved a piece of stone out, fused it with a soul crystal, and brought to life this new Loomian, and made it into the protector of their emperor. I just think that that's something, you know, I had to include right there. I think it's pretty interesting. Now, going back to stuff like Pyramid and Pharoglyph, right? Now, here's the thing. If you guys remember back to Sephirite City, there was a thing that I made a long time ago talking about this little, like, secret message that the Loomian Legacy developers added. And it was honestly pretty mysterious. Now, it had to do with a little kind of spray painting of Pyramid on a little secret room inside of Sephirite City, and I'll show you guys what I mean. If you go over here right next to the battle feeder and you manage to glitch yourself into this little room over here, there's actually a little secret pathway that, if I can actually glitch into here, it's a little bit hard to glitch into here, but I do recommend using your Metronet mount, obviously. Now, once you actually glitch through here, there is a little door right here, and it leads you to something that is pretty mysterious. Okay, so you go right over here, and there is a Pyramid eye. And this thing is honestly, I don't know. Whenever I first saw this, of course, I was, you know, a little bit freaked out. I was like, you know, why is there a Pyramid eye literally just chilling in this secret part of the map? But listen, guys, the Loomian Legacy developers are not going to put something like this in the, you know, back of the secret area if it's not going to mean something. And you might be asking, well, you know, LuckyHD, what does this translate to? Well, this text right here does in fact translate to: a vision of darkness, the final is fifth, where four stand fearless, battle a creature of myth. The reward that they claim is totally not lame. So, I don't know. I think that definitely this eye right here does have a connection with, like, you know, the entire story in general, all of the corrupts and stuff, and it is one of the, you know, kind of only roamings, you know, keep in mind, that cannot be found, you know, realistically anywhere inside of the story, like, in terms of, you know, obviously plot and, you know, just in a specific location. It's by mastery. You have to get it by doing mastery. And, you know, your mastery obviously leads you to get things like gammas. Is Pharoglyph and them connected to gammas? That's a whole other thing for a different video. But this is definitely, you know, a really interesting theory. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments below. What do you guys think about, obviously, you know, Pharoglyph and all of that? I think that it is definitely a really interesting Loomian. You know, it has this kind of, you know, ancient, you know, I don't know, pyramid kind of civilization, ancient Egypt kind of vibe going for it. It's got a scepter and stuff. Maybe the scepter is, you know, one of its old ruler or something. We really don't know. There's a lot of lore with this Loomian, and it is a pretty mysterious Loomian that I think will get a little bit more fleshed out, of course, in future updates. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure you get on the like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Also, guys, had to include this at the end of the video, didn't want to put it at the start, but the giveaway will be ending in 4 days for the Triple Gleam Roaming giveaway. Of course, if you guys want to enter it, check the link in the description below. We have a bunch of people already entered into it, so don't miss out. We're giving away 3 Gleaming Roamings, a Kazane, a Dusket, and a Pyramid. Again, links in the description. Good luck to everybody. Ends on December 25th.